General reading. Okay. Michelle. The first language that came in was about, well, it was this idea of something being timeless, classic. I don't know if this is giving us a certain energy of like an era that we're talking about here, or it's if it's a way that you've been described or how you feel or identify or something, but or something that you value. Maybe it's like your styles, like you like things that are timeless or classic. There's a lot of different interpretations here. So feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I'll keep looking. But that's at least like the initial energy that is coming in. Okay. Yeah, I'm just getting more things with time. Timelessness, and then I'm seeing an hourglass being flipped over, and the sand is spilling down into the bottom. And it feels like some of it's a bit ferocious, like there's a lot of sand that's spilling, but then it'll just be a few grains of sand, and so it's fluctuating a lot. So I don't know if the timeless piece is not being bound by time, because it feels like it's like a time warp kind of situation where it doesn't feel stable. It doesn't feel even or consistent, that there's a lot of ups and downs, with like how you're experiencing your life, if that makes sense, hopefully. Like, do you relate at all? I forget if maybe you were one of the people who was talking about relating to the first reading. You said choosing to be free, because yeah, it feels like there's something. It does feel a bit complementary to that first reading, but this kind of honestly feels like an intersection between the two readings, where things are going fast and then things are going really slow, and then maybe you're getting ahead of yourself, and then maybe you're extreme catatonic is how it's coming in. So there's a lot of, yes, the ups and downs seem to happen at the same time. Yeah, okay. All right. So I'm glad that this makes sense. It just feels like it's fluctuating a lot. There's not a ton of consistency, and it's coming across like, and then it just throws you off balance. It's like your inner ear is off, and it's like a vertigo or disorientation type deal. And like, how do you navigate from that headspace? When you have the inner ear being off, it's about the mind body connection, and they're not in alignment. The similar related analogy is when you have hiccups. So the idea with hiccups is that your diaphragm is moving, your lungs are moving, and they're out of sync with each other. It's the same thing that's coming across here with how you are experiencing time, how you're moving through things you're getting done versus being present. It's like there's friction or conflict, because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and it's just bopping around a lot. And so then it just feels like it's a constant sore spot. I can't celebrate the pauses before being knocked down. Yeah, it does. I think this makes sense with then what I'm describing for this visual here. I think it's probably of note that I keep getting examples that do have to do with the body, that have to do with, again, it's like mind gut, or balance with the inner ear, like establishing balance in your life. The doing versus being, I can relate to that a lot. Just flip over the card. Okay. All right. So we have the ancestors card. This is definitely food for thought, depending on where you're at, what you're doing in life. So this is, I celebrate, funny you just said celebrate. I celebrate my lineage and honor my ancestors. I'll tell you the different interpretations of this card. Typically, number one, it could be spending quality time with your ancestors. So if you have any parents, grandparents, other extended family older than you who have knowledge, wisdom, lived experience, spending quality time with them, that's door number one. Door number two is getting in touch with your lineage and ancestry. That could be with culture, food, um, maybe less so like memories and nostalgia, but things that are related to your family tree or ancestry or where your family is from, or in some ways it's getting back in touch with yourself in different ways. Door number three is spirit team. So if you do any intuitive work, it's like connecting with your guides, reaching out to them and asking for signs and guidance and support as you are looking to navigate when you move forward. The reminder that they are there, they're watching you, they are supporting you. So it's a choose your own adventure based on wherever it actually is for you in life, wherever your need is. I'm getting it for you. It could be a two out of those three doors that maybe are suitable for what it is that you are going through right now. So, like, what is getting in the way of like being able to not even, it seems like less of the issue of how do I get everything to be in sync? How do I have the forward motion? Again, that's reading number one. I just want to go. I'm feeling inspired. I'm going to go do this. But then reading number two is, but I can craft with ease. Like, I don't have to rush the process. I don't have to be all over the place and running around. And I can be in a place where I can receive. I can do just enough, but not overdo. And sometimes we can block ourselves either from being able to enjoy it. So when I was giving those examples of maybe you're going to an appointment, oh, I'm rushing, I'm running late. Okay, well, now that you're there at the appointment, how can we slow down? How can we take some breaths? Can we chit chat with the person at the front desk? Can we, try to laugh? Can we admire the artwork on the wall? Sometimes we can get in our own way because we get lost in the forward motion. So it seems like you might be someone who is riding that intersection between the two collective readings. And this ancestry piece is a way to lean into that reading number two, Taurus, slowing down energy. There can be as much action or as little action as you would like. Again, if this was getting in contact with people, or, Taurus loves things that are sensory. So if you're like, I'm going to make this recipe and I'm going to enjoy it, that also applies too. That could be a slowing down. It could be easy. You have to eat anyway. But maybe you make this meal that triggers a sense of connection to family or history. Yeah, I just feel like I keep getting a lot of deep breaths. It feels like it is really important, even though it seems like, well, I want to do things, I want to accomplish them, and then like, why can't I be happy about it? And it seems like there is a piece here where you have the choice. Like, you have the choice, you have the power to slow down, to find the silver linings, to celebrate small wins. Seems like if some of it's come across like if some of your grievance is, well, I want to celebrate, but then there's an issue. Well, you could celebrate more. So you could celebrate like, oh, I saw a penny on the ground, or oh, like I saved $10, or oh, that person complimented my shirt. You could celebrate all the time in small ways. And then, of course, if you have a bigger project or something that's an initiative or a life milestone, you celebrate that too. But if you celebrate more in small ways, then it kind of levels it out. That's how it's coming across. Like, then it won't feel like such a contrast of, well, then like the negative thing is going to happen or there's going to be a backward swing. But you could choose to celebrate your lineage, your ancestors, your intuition, your connection to family, divine, culture, etc. Celebrate any little thing in the present moment that keeps you grounded. I love this as well because it's like we have a tree, we're grounded, we're at ease, we're moving slower. So, kind of pairing all of the above that we were talking about before. This all seems appropriate. You covered all the bases. That balance has been an ongoing search for me. Yeah. Um, Stop searching. That's what that's what's coming in. That balance is not a search, it's a way of being. So this is where in essence it's a choice of like if you choose, I want to celebrate, like it's like a gratitude practice. I want to celebrate like every little thing, not just at the end of my day, but you train yourself mindfulness practice to celebrate every time there is something that's a win. So you can identify them. That is a win. And then that is a way of actually recalibrating. It's like your scale is out of balance. Your scale hasn't been calibrated in a while. It's like when you have like the grandfather clocks and every once in a while you have to adjust the time because like the hands start moving. It's like that. So your balance, your scale, um, has to be recalibrated. Like it needs a little checkup. And so even doing something small like real time, consistent celebrations, acknowledgement of the things that are working, that those can be wins too, all of a sudden that has a huge impact on your columns here, where you think that, oh, there's so many tallies in the loss column versus the win column. Like you have the power to balance that scale by acknowledging more things in your life, by creating those opportunities for yourself, creating that fun, relaxing, pleasurable, connected experience, and then being able to add that. It's like I do this sometimes. You have a busy day and you're like, oh, I have all these things on my to-do list. And then you end up doing something that's not on your to-do list. So then you add it to your to-do list so you can check it off. So then it looks like you did more. It's like that. It's like doing a little bit of that. Like, you know what? I did do that thing and I wasn't expecting to do it today, but that was important, or that was relaxing, or that was fun, or that will help me in the long run, whatever it is. And being able to put that on there. So then psychologically, you're like, I did do something. I have to release myself from the shackles of productivity, etc. So no, that was a lot of options. And it's definitely comes across like it's things to consider, things to weigh. And yeah, you have a lot of options for what you can leverage. Thinking about those two collective readings, if you are somebody who is leaning towards reading number one, then maybe considering that the inspiration, the shift that you are making, the journey that you're going on, the way that you're going rogue is fully dismantling and doing basically the second reading by choice and saying, okay, I'm going to be all in. I'm really going to try this. These are some adjustments I'm going to make. Here's some others that I gave just for you in particular. Test some of that stuff out. See how you're feeling. See how you can be in control of your own energy, your own experience of time, your own experience of the wins, the losses, so that you're not in a place of regret. Because it seems like that's coming from not actually seeing the big picture, not seeing the things that you have accomplished, the things that are working, the support that you do have. But this will go up at some point in the next few months. And it seems like at the point that it does come out, it will be really great for you to hear that check-in and that reflection and see, okay, well, so what have you done? What shifts have you made? How have you improved in your ability to celebrate? And your reframing of balance, not as something that you search for, but that's something you do, that you live out balance through choice. Definitely ongoing, though. This is an ongoing situation. This is not quote unquote fixed. This is not resolved in 2 days, 1 week. This is a unlearning. This is unlearning of years, decades of patterns of decision making, of mindset, perspective, self-limiting beliefs, expectations from other people. It's like a lot to untangle, and you can do it one string at a time, one positive occurrence, event, comment, whatever it is at a time, and just start pulling that out and rebuilding for yourself so that you can make your own balance by just living it. You're very, very welcome.